All right, Carter, you got 2587.
Not for long. I make bad financial decisions.
I have Beckerman. What up, Mark?
I got my friend Umberto down the street.
And Kyle, what's up, brother? We got Chris in here. What's up, Chris? What up, Mark? What's going on? Are you going to give us the NFT update? Oh, what up, Norman? David,
hey. I want to know, who the fuck is the real comic book community? Who? Is it this weirdo?
What up, C-Bizzle?
Station.
Hey. Good to see you, man. Thanks for jumping on.
What's up, guys?
What up, Digger Jim? What's up, Travis? What up, dude? Mike would be a great guy to tell a story.
What's going on, Blake?
Scotty, are you involved? Hey, what up, Drac? Good to see you, homie. What up, BLC? How you doing, brother?
What's going on, man?
Remy Q, what's up, my guy? Hey, what up, Carrie?
Yes, I Google things.
I think it's funny though that...
What's up, dude? What up, LCS? You know anything about this?
Circumstance, can you hum it for us?
No. Dun, 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 dun. What up, man? Spine6 crew in the house.
Oh, you look especially shiny today, Phil.
Trev, the shipping guru. What's up, my dude? What's up, Taki? What's up, man? Rob's Fat Stacks. Are you here to stop FOC? Shout out to Frog Brawler. What's up, Alan? Comic Viking.
You're right, guys.
Cuppy's in the house. From my guy, Flo.
What's up, baby?
Uh-oh, we got another first-time appearance. Great show tonight. Lady Fantastic in this Christmas. What up, Mad Spidey? Thanks for coming through, my
Finally,
man.
get on one.
I'm in for so much stuff.
We got Papa in the house. What's up, man? Thanks for jumping on.
The people know comics are coming out. They know. They know. If you don't know, now you do. So we're done with that. We did it.
If you didn't know, then now you know.
Yeah,
I'm shocked. I jumped onto this. I haven't. I'm like, wow, Marcus is doing it live. Let me jump on and see
what do you want.
I need one
what
more.
the fuck do you want?
He takes his headphones off and thinks we can't hear him.
Can you? Fuck,
Marcus, we can hear you when you take your headphones off.
Sorry, I forgot to
her place, man.
We're like, what the fuck you want? The headphones
Tell her I said hi.
Fuck you, man. What the hell?
Golly, never.
She
get
does
married,
not
guys.
deserve that treatment.
Never get married, guys.
It's too late. I don't regret it yet, though. That's the weird thing.
I wouldn't trade her for all the happiness in the world. Hey.
Megan says hi, Becker. Okay, can you go now? I can't do these. I can't do this.
No, I would actually like to talk to her.
I'd rather have her. Let's get her opinion on the subject.
What?
Does the gentleman know that we can't see his face when he's talking?
Yes, Comic Journey knows. We can't.
What'd you say?
She's like, does the gentleman know we can't see his face?
Yes, it's his thing, baby. It's his thing. Okay, are we done? All right.
It's called a gimmick.
Oh my God! All right.
Women always questioning things. You know what the hell, man?
I'm gonna clip that. We'll definitely be clipping that one.
My fear is that when people are negative or have maybe a bit more negative view on what they have to do to be able to be visible in the community, it may turn other people off to just putting themselves out there. Anybody can make video content. You don't have to be entertaining. You don't have to make thumbnails. And you could just post your books on Insta. You can just take a video camera out. You can just go live and just start grading your books. The thing is, like, you don't need to do it with an audience of 210 people. Screw that. Like, it's just about participating in the community. That's like one of the best parts of comics is you can befriend people who also have a love for this medium, and they can become some of your best friends because, like, that's what the relationship is about. And it doesn't matter what religion they are, what politics they like, how they lean. I have all kinds of friends that outside of comics I may never would have connected with. And I think there's a lot of people who can share that same sentiments. I don't want to make it seem like if you can't make a video, you can't edit a video, then you shouldn't do it. And ridiculing people for doing that. Like, just participate, post, talk about comics. This medium will die if we do not post about comic books. That's how that goes. We got to post it. The publishers aren't doing it. The LCS owners are way too busy, and there's less comics coming out every single month. So let's just all help with the marketing of this by talking and participating in the community now that we have social media and we can all connect.
Haters gonna hate.
Bitch, I'm taking off, I'm flowing out of space. Bet you made it rack, designer all my ways. Shawty said she feeling me, wanna ride my way. She should be my everything, she just wanna be safe. I don't need no new friends, I'm cool with my gang. Bitch, I'm all about my money, I don't play. Say, baby, please don't
What up? What up? What up? It is Tuesday once again, and we are back for another FOC and chill. And as I said on Instagram, we have some drama today. We have some 2024 drama, as it was said, that has been drug into 2025. And honestly, this has been some drama that's been, I wanted to pop off about it. I wanted to. Like, I was mad. I was in my feelings. I was feeling petty as fuck about it. I wanted to go tell everybody this is bullshit, but I didn't, because I was like, it's petty. And Scotty Vaughn's not really into this drama shit. And I don't want to stress him like that. So I'm just going to block him and move on. And we'll talk about why I blocked him. We'll get to that. But before we get to that, I just want to explain, I didn't want to bring this up. I mean, I did. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. I did want to bring it up, but I didn't. I didn't think it was right. And I decided not to bring it up or talk about it, because who gives a shit about the petty squabbles among us silly comic book YouTubers? Who cares? Right? It's silly. I cared a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, who fucking cares? So I let it go. But then sometime later, I befriend old Darth Lopez. Well, shout out to Darth Lopez. That shit was incredible. That shit was incredible last night. 60 plus, you got 160 plus subs, but you got 60 plus people in your live chat. Insane, guys. Drama apparently sells. But shout out to Unbagged and Unfiltered if you've not been plugged into what Darth Lopez has been going on over there. Definitely check it out, because it was popping off over there. But the homie Darth, at one point he did reveal to me that out of nowhere he got a message from Scotty Vaughn about me. And at this point I wanted to pop off again, because why is this dude DMing people about me, calling me a snake? Like, I didn't even do anything to him. Like, honestly. And if you go watch his little video with his buddy Razor, his drama king, which this will be relevant when I tell my story, but when he runs over to his little drama king friend Razor, like, the hypocrisy is like just astronomical. It's just like, and this hypocrisy is the rift between us. So I'll start from the beginning. This all started when, as you may recall, I made a little video, and I was butthurt because I went into Robbie chat, and I'm a big fan of Robbie, and I was in a Robbie chat, and I came into it, and Sticky Goose came into it, and rather than calling Sticky Goose out as a shit starter, he calls me out as a shit starter. And I was in my feelings, not only because of what Robbie said, but because there was this wider theme in the community that, I was a shit starter. And I was like, man, he didn't say shit starter, but I was in my feelings, so I heard it as shit starter. So I made this video, and this video was not just about Robbie. It was about everybody in the community that agreed with the sentiment that, I was the problem. I don't think I'm the problem. Maybe I am, but I don't think I am. And so for me, it wasn't about an attack on Robbie. It was about an attack on this argument that Robbie was pushing forth, which is this idea that's, Sticky Goose, ha ha ha, but Marcus, oh, you're the shit stirrer kind of shit. So let's start with the video that all of this off. Let me see, where did I put this thing at? I know I uploaded it. Jeez, I just forgot where. I should have been more prepared for this. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. There it is. Y'all, it's Tuesday once again, and I'll be back tonight for another FOC and chill. And I got a rant burning in my heart tonight that I want to get off my chest. I was hanging out in Rockin' Robbie's live Sunday night when the famed Sticky Goose Comics comes through the chat. And Robbie sees Sticky. He's like, oh, hi, Sticky. And he starts commenting on the times that Sticky tried to make fun of Robbie. And Robbie made it clear, it wasn't a big deal. He thought it was funny. The only thing I did was, as I said, hashtag sticker person behavior, poking fun at Sticky, and Robbie responded this way.
Marcus, why are you always stirring up drama with people, by the way? You fucking love it, dude. I know people like you. I've met Marcus in person. Marcus is a super cool dude. But man, you love fucking drama, don't you?
And the rant that's coming in my heart is that there is this narrative that has been building about how I am the one that starts drama. If you think about it, Decor came after the Comic Book Community Awards, started lying about the Comic Book Community Awards, so I came for Decor. Sticky Goose made a bully video about my friends. I came for Sticky Goose because I didn't like that either. If you do some dumb shit in this community, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to make fun of you. I'm going to laugh at you, and I'm not going to apologize for it. So I'd like to come on tonight and refute this idea that I'm the person starting shit in this community. I've been entirely reactionary to other people starting shit in this community. I challenge anybody to come on my show tonight and make it the argument that I am the one creating the drama. And so apparently that video ruffled some feathers. I didn't mean for it to ruffle feathers. For me, I was attacking an argument. I was attacking an idea, and that's usually where I'm at. And I was attacking the idea that I'm the problem. You know, that's what it was about. So it wasn't about any individuals, but it was taken as it was about Robbie. And so many people perceived it as me versus Robbie once I dropped this video. And this was a piece that I didn't really put together, but now I do put it together. My friend, who I had been friends with since 2021 at least, who I had encouraged him to start his YouTube channel. And after he started his YouTube channel, I encouraged him to involve himself in this community and branch out and build. And that's exactly what he did. And he's built a great channel with the great thing, doing his thing over there. And I respect it. And I was very proud of all of the things that he's done in the YouTube space. Like, it was like super cool, like straight up. And so I was proud of him, and I was part of pushing him to really get that going. Like, I can say that with, you know, like no bones. Like, I was seriously like on Facebook messaging him, telling you got to do this. And so I was really proud. I've always been a fan of it, and you know, we've seen each other AOKs and, you know, like back and forth. So we've been cool for a long time. So when he comes to that post and he says, yeah, Marcus, I think you stick your nose in drama where it doesn't belong, it pissed me off. Honestly, it really pissed me off. But I didn't say anything because I'm trying to be a circle, and I hope that the people who are in my circle outside of this comic book space, but especially the people inside this comic space, I hope they would vouch for you that, you know, I'm trying to keep it real at all point in times, even if you don't want to hear it. And I think that I can say that with like supreme confidence. And I think that anybody, especially the Whisper Cell, would confirm that. Like, we, you know, it's often presented as some, you know, some homogenous thing where we all agree and we nod our heads in agreement, but it's not that at all time. We're butting heads at all time, and it's fun. Like, we enjoy it. I have a really good time. So it's not like this, like everybody fucking does what anybody says, and there's no voting anybody in or out. It's just people hanging out, kicking it. So I kind of lost my point there. So anyway, so I was real proud of what he was doing, but it pissed me off when he said that. But when he said it, because I'm trying to build friendships where people can say what they think, I didn't get, you know, I was like, and eternally I was like kind of pissed about it. I didn't feel like it was a fair comment to say that I stick my nose in drama where it doesn't belong. Like, what does that even mean? I don't even know what that means. But I let it go because, you know, there's certain people in this space who are, you know, they're anti-drama, and there's some people who are fake anti-drama who will come into the drama chats to announce how anti-drama they are, but then they're there an hour later in the same drama chat. Like, come on, bro. Don't virtue signal. If you're going to virtue signal, do a better job of making it convincing, at least. But I was pissed about it. But I wanted, Scotty Vaughn was my longtime friend. He's allowed to disagree with me. He's allowed to criticize me. That's important to me. And so I didn't say anything at all. But then I see he's teaming up with Razor. And it's been, you know, it's been construed as this sort of equal rivalry between Razor and I. But it's not. It's really one-sided. Like, he can't say anything that I've actually done to him ever. I've made multiple attempts to be cool with Razor. You know, when he first lied about me, I came to him and I said, hey, you know, I wasn't really talking about you, blah, blah, blah. And he ignored my comment and responded to every other comment but mine. So making it pretty clear that he wasn't trying to be cool with me, nor was he trying to address the fact that he lied about me. It wasn't important to him. So, but even after that, I was cool with him, making multiple attempts. I invited him into the Discord so we could maybe chat and, you know, figure things out and talk. But instead of coming in and talking to me or anyone else, he used it as a chance to look at all the messages and then make another video attacking Izzy with the messages that he found. So rather than actually coming and talking to me, he used it to go create some drama on his channel. So that's who that guy is. And then immediately after, he makes a video and he thanks me for inviting him into the Discord. And then like a video or two later, he's crying because I'm gatekeeping him somehow. So it's like the drama king is my point. This dude's creating drama. He's manufacturing drama. And he's made it very difficult for me to like him. I've made multiple attempts to be cool with him, and I've been slapped away every single time, including spending money to enter him into a Comics Curing Cancer giveaway. Like, I really tried to be cool with Razor Guy. So when he gets presented as this, oh, they hate it, you know, like, really, he hates me. He's obsessed with me for some reason, and I react to him sometimes. But this isn't about him. It's about, I mean, he is adjacent to it, because when Scotty Vaughn tells me that I stick my nose in drama where drama doesn't belong, it didn't make sense to me when he came and had Razor on his channel and was promoting Razor, this guy who seems to be creating, not only sticking his nose in drama, but creating drama out of thin air. And so I was like, okay, at this point, you know, his comment pissed me off. And now his comment's not quite making sense because he doesn't seem to be consistent with what he said. And now we have a problem to where, like, all right, this is my friend. You know, we're going to have to talk about this, because I don't understand your logic. I don't understand why you would criticize me saying I stick my nose in drama where it doesn't belong. But then you would go and promote this guy who's been lying about me and creating drama out of thin air, talking about people's wives, saying he's going to take someone's wives home multiple occasions, like just being extremely childish and ridiculous. All right. Drama king shit. Like, just like, not even like high school drama, like middle school drama king. Like, I'm going to take your wife home. Like, what are you even talking about? Or when he was threatening, like, I'm stupid like that, he's going to come to a con and fight someone. Like, how absurd can you fucking be? Like, just ridiculous, absolute ridiculousness. But it sells because he's the drama king and it's good. So, but it didn't make sense that my friend who criticized me for sticking my nose in drama was somehow promoting this other guy. And that, like, just, it didn't, the logic wasn't squaring with me. So I made a decision to message my friend Scotty Vaughn and ask him, hey, you know, this is bothering me. Let's talk about this, because we had been friends for, you know, over 3 years at this point. And so I say, hey, man, you're my homie, and this doesn't change that, but I feel the need to tell you, I think it's bullshit. You criticize me for drama content while promoting Razor comments or comics. It doesn't make sense to me, but I love you anyway. And I let him know I wouldn't be watching this bullshit with Razor, because I don't watch Razor. I just, if I'm going to pay attention to what he does, I just chat GPT what he's doing. So I let him know the dude lied about me, manufactured bullshit to create content. As I've just described all of that to you. And, you know, he ain't for me. And he responds, he says, I was trying to mediate a resolution between the two. I didn't want a resolution. I wanted them to let me mediate. That didn't happen. Oh, well, talk to Beckerman. Every time we chill with Razor, there's no drama. Okay, well, you know, then if there's no drama when you're around, I guess everything's fine. I'm trying to get him away from that a little bit. I had good intentions, and I think you steer straight towards it. So he's the good guy here, guys. He's trying to steer Razor away from the drama, but, you know, I'm the problem here. I'm steering toward it. Okay. So logic problems right here already. I think there's a slight difference. Hey, no love lost, man. I haven't seen you in a while anyway. So he takes a shot, apparently says, I haven't been around. I don't know what that means. So I didn't think you would be there. If you ever took time to watch, then when I'm with Razor, if he brings any of y'all up, I defend you. He's not for a lot of people. Hell, neither am I. Apparently, I'm finding out. Match made in heaven, maybe. Laugh out loud. No matter what, bro, I'm always going to fuck with you. That's the bottom line. Much love, man. I hope you have a great day. And I said, you know, I get it that he's nice to you guys, because this is the thing that I've been making, you know. not everybody's the same. So just because he lied about me doesn't mean he lied about you, So it's like, cool. And I'm not, like I've said many times, I'm not making people choose sides, and I'm not making Scotty Vaughn choose sides here. I'm just trying to understand the logic of how are you going to criticize me for steering towards drama, but then you're promoting Razor, like I'm trying to figure out how that makes sense. That's my homie. Let's try and understand it. And I say, I get that he's nice to you guys, but it doesn't change the fact that he lies about me. But as long as he's cool to y'all, that's what's important, and I understand. And I'm kind of being a dick here. I'll acknowledge that. And if that gets brought up, I defend you, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter that he attacks people for dumb shit, which he does. He's attacked multiple people for dumb shit, as I said, talked about people's wives, talked about people's families, just gone absurd middle school childish shit. Nobody cares, but I care. And he cared that he lied about me and bit my hand every single time I tried to be cool with it. So he says, trust me, Beckerman, let him know. He got slaughtered on Brian's show. They should have let me mediate. What did he lie about? I don't know about some of this, honestly. I'd like to know, though. And so I say he made it, and I explained, he made a video lying about me, as I've explained to you guys. Made a video lying about me. And when I pointed out to him, he ignored me and kept his lie. And he said, I would never betray your trust. This is interesting language here, isn't it? What we talk about stays between us. And I might get criticized for sharing this, and that's a fair criticism, but I don't give a fuck. Like, I've shared messages before. Both of the previous times too, was someone in my DMs trying to troll me, and if you're trying to troll me, dude, I'm fucking clowning you. That's getting shared. So if you come try and troll me, dude, expect me to post your fucking messages. I don't give a shit. But I'm posting this because he said we were both assholes together. So he's the one that brought this up and made the claim that we were both assholes together. And maybe I was being an asshole. You guys can decide. I'm giving you guys the full story here. And maybe because, there's been multiple times in my life where I swore up and down I wasn't being an asshole. But my wife would be like, yeah, you're being an asshole. So it's possible I'm wrong. I don't think I am, but maybe. So, I would never betray your trust, blah, blah, blah. What we talk about, blah, blah, blah. I said, I ain't trying to argue. I just had to express this to others, and I felt the need to let you know. And that's the truth, is I had said this to others. I had said to others, I didn't understand how this dude was criticizing me and promoting Razor. And as we were friends, I felt the need to be like, hey, this is where I'm at. This is what I'm saying. You're not gonna hear I said this from someone else. You're going to hear that I said it from me. And that was the energy that I was on. And I say it right there. I just expressed this to others. And I felt the need to let you know that this is where I was at, because it's important for me. If I'm saying something about my friend, that they better fucking hear it from me. And he says, okay, I'm going to deal with that. Is that okay? Or should I let it be? And I say, let it be, dude. I'm not trying, whatever. It's not even about me and Razor. It's about me and you, Scotty Vaughn. Razor is not the point. The point is that you criticize me for something and then promote someone else for the same thing. And I'm trying to understand why would you do that? What's the logic behind that, especially considering that we've been friends for over 3 years at this point. And this is my favorite part. Let me take a drink, because this is my fucking favorite part. Because this is an argument that people, for some reason in my life, this is an argument that people make. I don't get it. He says, I expect more from you, bro. Now, why would you expect more from me? Why would you expect more from your friend than you would from some other dude? Why would you put a higher standard on him and give these other people a pass? Right? If they get a pass, why don't I get a pass? We're friends. Right? That's, my thought. So, when he says I expect more from you, I'm like, oh, here we go. I know these things. I've seen this. I've read this book before. So I'm a little agitated at this point. He said, I don't expect anything from him. I expect stuff from you, blah, blah, blah. And then this is where he's like, you were making amazing content at one time. I missed that. That's all. And I said, laugh out loud, because this stopped being about what it was about for me at this point, right? And this is something that you got to pay attention to, guys. As I came into this conversation saying, you criticize me, because you say I steer in this conversation itself, you say I steer towards drama. You say that I stick my nose in places where it doesn't belong. But at the same time, you're promoting Razor. I'm trying to understand and put those things together. That's all I'm trying to do. But now Instead of us talking about that, we're talking about my content and how it used to be good and now it sucks. Right? It used to be amazing and he misses it. Now it's garbage. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, oh, I like FOC and chill. I have fun on FOC and chill. I think it's a good show. So, I say I still make it regardless of what you think. And that's fine. You don't have to think I make good content. This is, in fact, not what this conversation's about for me. So fine. And then he takes it further. He says, when? It's not showing up on my feed. I'm like, okay, all right, fine. All right. You think my show is all about drama because you don't watch it. And, that's fine, whatever. And he says, I literally watch every week, fucker, which he knows and I know is a lie. It's an absolute lie. And then he catches himself. He's like, all right, I can't say that much of a lie. So let me reel it back and say maybe not every week, but most weeks, which is still a lie, but a less egregious lie, right? A more believable lie, which it's a fucking lie though. But anyway, it says, I'm like, bro, this conversation is going away from where I wanted. I want to talk about why would you criticize me and promote him when he's like, drama is happening in both places. And so he says, so I say, anyway, I didn't start this to get advice about my content. I'm like, all right, dude, we're done here. Like, if you're going to start making this about me and my content and how it sucks, like, all right, fuck off. Like, I don't know what we're doing here. And, and of course I had to say, this is bullshit because I've had this like, oh, I just expect more. No, don't ever expect more from me. Why the fuck would you expect more from me? I'm sorry if I gave you that impression. That was not my fucking intention to everybody. So don't fucking. And I mean, don't criticize me as my friend. Don't fucking come out here and publicly criticize me and then publicly promote him for drama. You promote his drama, you criticize me for drama. And I'm like, how does that fucking make sense? I'm trying to make it make sense. I made an attempt to square that fucking circle. And at no point in time does he help me in this conversation square this circle. And this is where he gets nasty on me. And he says, yeah, you messaged me to start shit and be a smartass. And you guys be the judge. I mean, do you think I can genuinely say I was trying to understand this dilemma that I had with my friend. I was trying to keep our friendship, not fuck it up. So you guys be to decide, was I being an asshole? So he said, you messaged me to start shit, be a smartass. We can do that too if you want. Who's we? I don't even know who's we. You've never seen that. I guess it's me and him, I guess, on the context. You've never seen that side of me, but I can out troll you. You don't want that. So calm the fuck down. I'm like, I promise you I'm not mad. It's okay to disagree. And his response to me saying it's okay to disagree is nah. Let's do this, fuck face. I'm like, wow. Whoa. Because again, we're friends. I thought we were friends. I thought we could talk. I thought we could figure this out and he could help me understand why he's doing what he's doing. And I genuinely expected either he tells me something I didn't know, or he comes to an understanding as to what I'm saying, and we can figure out, some honest, understanding of the situation of this problem that's been presented here. But that didn't happen at all. In fact, he says, when I say, I promise you I'm not mad, it's okay to disagree, he says, nah, let's do this, fuckface. And here's the funniest part. He says, I'll see you around. What does that mean? Are you threatening me? Are you threatening me? Fucking absurd, Scotty. Fucking absurd. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you sure I'm the one that needs to calm down? Calling me fuckface after I said it's okay to disagree is wild. And you guys correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe, it seems wild to me. But I say, I'm still not mad at you. I message you to be real with you, not to start shit. Again, we don't have to agree to be friends. And anybody knows me, say I stress this. But if you feel a different way, let me know. I'm quick to take a hint. I'm real quick. So I'm the type of, I said that. I didn't even read that. I was just saying that. But yeah, I'm the type of dude who's quick to take a hint. You feel me? And he says, you message me on some bullshit, expect to get it back. I try and explain my intentions. I tell you I miss the old Marcus. I'm the same Marcus at all times. So that's a fucking insult, really. And you peg me like I'm trying to teach you how to make content or something. Like, how did I respond inappropriately to that? I don't know. Like, I know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't. I'm just doing the best I can every day. And I said, it mattered to me enough to say something to you because it was my understanding we were longtime friends. I'm disappointed you're reacting this way to a minor disagreement because it was a minor disagreement. We are supposed to be longtime friends. And I said, I'm not mad at you. I haven't attacked you personally. And he said, you managed to piss me off. You made me show the side of me myself I hate. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. But you have attacked me and arguably threatened me, but I'm still not mad, you know? I'm sorry you reacted this way, but you're still my homie. Let me know if that's wrong. And he says, haha. And this is where I'm like, all right, fuck you, dude. Haha, I'm serious. You couldn't think it through. I'm too stupid to think it through, guys, and understand what I'm doing here. You hang out with Rob. Rob really did a number on me. So do I have a problem with you for that now? I don't know. I have, like, I'm not sure which Rob he's talking about. I don't know what the Rob did to him. I have no idea what he's talking about. And he's also purposely misunderstanding the point here. He says, nope, I don't inherit beef. I'm not asking him to inherit beef. I'm not asking him to have a problem with Razor. I'm just asking him to help me understand why he would criticize me for drama and promote Razor's drama. I don't think that's an unreasonable request for your friend to be like, why would you criticize me and say I stick my nose in drama where it doesn't belong and then promote the drama king? The self-proclaimed drama king. Make it make sense. He at no point in time in this conversation attempts to make it make sense. So, I mean, you guys tell me, were we both assholes to each other? I said, but I do expect you to be consistent. If you come to my page publicly criticizing me for drama, it doesn't make sense to me that you would promote Razor, who is all about manufacturing drama. That was my only criticism. It's been the only purpose of having this conversation. And I'm saying, I'm sorry you're taking this personally. I actually called him because I wanted him to hear my voice and for him to hear that I'm not mad. And I'm really just trying to have a conversation with my friend. And I tell him that, you know, I'm just trying to get you to stop escalating this conversation. You criticized me for drama and he criticized me and it pissed me off, but I didn't treat him in any kind of way because my friends are allowed to criticize me. So like, I was just asking for him to give me the same fucking courtesy that I was giving him. And of course, at no point in time was I giving it. He says, I'm not escalating shit, bro. Was Razor coming on my show tonight for drama reasons? That's irrelevant. I didn't know that. Again, this is irrelevant. See, you start shit and then act like you're de-escalate after you hit a nerve. I know that game because I play it. I don't know what the fuck that means. You can act like you're trying to be silver, bro, but we both know you didn't enter this conversation with good intent. And this is where I'm seeing we've been friends for a long time. You've seen how I've talked to him in this conversation. You've seen him call me a fuckface, arguably threaten me by saying he'll see me around. And at no point in time did I pop off back. In fact, I tried to de-escalate at all point in times. But you guys tell me, was I being an asshole? I don't know. You guys tell me. I don't think I was. But again, there's been times where my wife was like, yeah, you're being an asshole. I'm like, what the fuck? I was not. So I could be wrong. You know, I don't think so, though. You guys tell me. So he says, and I'm like, all right, bro, you're putting these, these intentions on me. I'm kind of getting an idea of what you think of me here. I appreciate getting this look at what you really think of me. And he says, I'm sorry you feel that way because you're not seeing it for what it is. See, I'm too stupid to see it for what it is. All right, whatever. And I say, you're sorry I feel what way? I'm not attacking you or your motivations, but you're attacking mine, which he is attacking my motivations, saying I came here to start shit when I didn't. And he's like, dude, what the fuck ever? You know I love you, bro. I'm sorry you feel like I've let you down in some way. And I call him again, and I'm just trying to let him know, hey, man, I'm not mad here. And this is where he's like, you managed to piss me off, but I do love you like your brother more than you know. And this is where he tells me he can't answer because he's at work. So I say, I've never done anything but show you love. So it's real disappointing that the one time I try to let you know you upset me, you get mad at me and tell me I'm only doing it to start shit. What do I have to gain from that? Nothing. I didn't have anything to gain from starting shit from Scotty. I really don't appreciate the way you've attacked me in this conversation. I would like you to read it again sometime and give me the benefit of the doubt. And he said, you could have, and then he starts criticizing the way I approached him. I'm the problem here. You could have approached me from a different angle, asked me what my intentions were. 9 times out of 10, they were good. I'm like, I'm not saying I'm not this drama shit starter you accuse me of being, but Razor is. I'm not going to apologize for saying what I needed to say. So you can criticize me for how I said it, but I'm not going to apologize. But I said, but if you really think I came into this conversation to start shit with you, it tells me you don't know me at all. And that's crazy disappointing. And it was, guys. It was crazy disappointing. You don't think you dabble in the least bit of drama, huh? completely innocent in this whole conversation again. This is not what the conversation was about. And you got to pay, when people do this, it's because they don't want to talk about the real conversation. The real conversation is, why are you criticizing me for drama while promoting another person who calls themselves the drama king? I'm just trying to understand this, but he wants to make it about something else multiple times. Makes it about my channel not be sucking now. Now he wants to make it about whether or not I dabble in drama. I'm not arguing I don't dabble in drama, so I don't even understand the point of this. But you don't think you dabble in the least bit of drama, huh? Completely innocent in this whole conversation. You didn't hit me up with friendly intent. You hit me up to say deuces. I won't be seeing you tonight, but did it in a nice way, I guess you could say. And I said, is my point whether or not I dabble in drama, or is the point you criticize me for it while promoting Razor, who bathes in drama? And I did hit you up with friendly intent. And he says, I'm not promoting Razor. I'm having him on to talk comic origins. And again, tomato. So, and it's like, I said, when I read this conversation back, I only see one person using personal attacks, and it ain't me. It's clear to me now that the point I've been making is irrelevant to you. And guys, how could you argue it's not? At no point in time does he ever want to talk about it. And I said, that's okay later. I don't see any value in continuing this conversation where you continually denigrate my integrity. And how could you argue he's not? And he says, okay, Marcus, I can see where this is going. In circles, you're totally innocent, little buddy, trying to insult me all throughout it. You hit me up just to say congrats on the success my channel has had, right? Not to put me down. Awesome. Great, friend. So it's my fault, because really I shouldn't have came to him because I was upset about something he did. I should have came to him and said, hey, your channel's so fucking awesome. Blah, 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 blah. So it was at this point in time that I blocked him, and I decided, maybe we're not the friends that I once thought we were. Yeah, I think that conversation makes it pretty clear that we're not the friends that I thought we were. So that's my side of the story. You guys be the judge. Was I a fucking asshole? I don't think I was, but you guys can play the role of my wife and let me know that I in fact was. Holy fuck, guys. I'm not gonna be able to get to this fucking chat. This is insane. I'm sorry. Let me get this link in the chat. We'll see if anybody wants to jump on this week and shoot the shit. Darth Lopez is bagged and unfiltered was insane. Absolutely insane. We had folks coming out the woodwork. We had Chad from Comic Core, who I've only ever heard stories about. I've never actually seen him. So it was absolutely fucking insane. Here we got two people in there.
No,
Tony.
you're not an asshole.
Oh, how do I get this to go? There we go. And we got the homie Drew.
Yeah, you're an asshole, man. Why'd you gotta hurt that man's feelings like that? Jeez. What a fucking prick.
That's 2 fucking votes for asshole. I should have known that was gonna go.
No, you're
Tony
not an
said
asshole.
you weren't an asshole.
Oh, I'm sorry. 1 vote. Sorry. I'm so used to everybody hating on me.
Think that,
I just assume.
I mean, just like Scotty Vaughn, what a sensitive little boy. What a sensitive baby boy.
I can say I came to say the asshole, but it's not Marcus, it's Drew.
Always.
There you go.
Bars.
You watching Fan 4 Stick again? Come on, man.
I did. I watched it again this week.
Okay, I did forget to share one thing here, so let's go ahead and share that.
Yeah, let's see it. Is it Scotty's candid nudes? Do you have those?
So after you read that conversation, would you say I'm a snake?
Yeah. Those were the words of a man with no arms or legs. Slithers in the grass. No, dude, that's ridiculous. You know what, man? There was really no reason for you to bring it up to him in the first place.
Yeah,
you should have just left well enough alone. And
no, we're friends. What do you mean? We're friends.
You were then, not now.
No, but that's the thing is people don't want to hear that you're not watching him and why you're not watching him. He just wants to hear that you're watching him.
Yeah, well, I thought
so. If you're not there, just don't be there. I found it's one of those things that over the years and this kind of space, people get strangely emotional about those sort of things sometimes. So I don't know. Maybe he felt like you were like drawing a line in the sand. It didn't seem that you were, and you repeatedly said that you weren't. But I don't know. He seemed to take it some sort of way pretty much immediately. And he's like, "Oh, it's on," and you're like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like,
"Okay,
nah.
fuckface.
All right,
what?
Fuckface.
What? I'll see you around. What?
I'll see you around.
What?
I'll see you around. You know what we won't be seeing around is your kneecaps, but I'll see you around."
Yeah,
like that's the kind of connotation of that. I don't know, man. That's pretty fucking out of pocket response, in my opinion. But who am I?
But as a result of that, he's going around, and who knows who else he's messaged. You know, he's going around telling people to watch out for me. I'm a snake in the grass. Like,
who's he telling that to? Who is this message to?
This is to Darth. He messaged Darth and said, "Gonna go watch circumstances though. Dude's a snake. Stirs up trouble, then act like he doesn't know why you're coming at him after he hits a nerve. I've seen him do it time and time again.
Time after time."
It looks like
okay.
It looks like Scotty. I mean, I've never met the guy, literally. So it looks like Scotty Vaughn.
What up, Joshua?
If you just accept what he says, and if you go against what he says, then you're the fucking snake in the grass, because like you're like, if you just shut your face and agree with him, I think he'd be happy. But if you didn't agree with him, then you're the snake in the grass.
Yeah, I don't understand it, but like I contend that I was not a dickhead. He said we were both dickheads to each other, and people were like, it wasn't that bad. I was like, no, fuck that. He said we were both dickheads to each other. I was fucking all my powers that be nice to him while he was being a dickhead. So it pissed me off.
But if he says he was a dickhead and you were a dickhead, then that's an easy way to get it done. It cancels each other out. Everybody's happy, but so that's easy. But you're not being a dickhead. You're just saying. I didn't think I was. You weren't. I mean, okay, your wife thinks you're an asshole. Your wife always just think you're an asshole. Personally, I think you're an asshole, but that's my feelings.
Did your wife tell you were being an asshole?
My wife
she doesn't give
he was
a
an
fuck
asshole
about this. I'm not going to show her that shit.
You didn't tell your wife about this?
She don't give a shit.
How many times has she told you about Courtney down the lane and the way she brought the wrong fucking lemonade to the block party? Like, you gotta bring some of that shit to her life.
Oh shit.
She'll give you perspective.
But I don't.
I want her to respect me, so we're gonna leave.
Oh well, that's
too late. She married you. Too late.
It's a little late for that.
Too late. She married you. If she respected you,
she got her hooks in.
She would have married you. But anyways, I don't think you did anything wrong. I think the problem is on his side. That's what I'm just saying.
Well, I agree, obviously, and that was my point. So I just want to make it clear. I don't have a problem with any. Oh, I forgot to end the story, but I forgot to tell the end of the story, which was I came to understand.
Put us all backstage so you can finish the story.
No, you're fine. You can stay here.
Distractions.
So, I realized after the fact why he posted that message.
You come closer to the mic. Come close to the mic. We can't hear you.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Bring it up. We want to hear the baritone come
Okay. Through. So I realized after the fact when he joined the PCP Bad Batch why he made that comment. And the reason why he made that comment, I stick my nose in drama where it doesn't belong. It wasn't a principle that he was pushing forth. It wasn't a standard that he was trying to put on me. It was a chess piece on a board. And he was moving it as he was trying to join the Bad Batch. So everybody thought that I was coming after Robbie. And so he was planting his flag as pro Robbie, anti Marcus. And so the reason why he couldn't at all explain why he criticized me while promoting Razor is because it wasn't a principle that he was pushing forth. And that's further borne out by the fact that he's over here with the self-professed drama king talking about me.
That's pathetic.
I didn't ask him to go talk about me. In fact, I've resisted talking about him. I've resisted it. He just gave me the green light that I needed to fucking tell everybody what the fuck he did. Fuck him.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry you guys broke up.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. But no beef with Robbie. No beef with the PCP Bad Batch. Don't come for me.
Who were the PCP Bad Batch?
Excuse me.
Is that like fucking clone people who
the
do
pop
PCP?
culture philosophers? They don't fuck around.
What do they have, like
their
own Discord?
Come for one of them,
they have their own whisper cell.
They're ready to ride on that ass. And
You
I
see
ain't
how
fucking
pathetic
these
that
people?
is? Can we just say how pathetic that is?
The Sons of Anarchy.
It's
I ain't fucking with them. These people, I do not condone any of this. I respect you guys, and I don't want any smoke.
Wow.
That is pathetic. I'm sorry.
Wow. And this man wants his wife to respect him.
That is pathetic. I'm sorry, it is. It's pathetic that you would do this and piss someone off and tell somebody this just to be in a clique of a bunch of freaking people who have YouTube channels about comic books. That is pathetic. Okay, I'm sorry. That is pathetic.
That's just the people they are.
What's up? No, their arguments are not principles. I made a hilarious reel about it too, where he's like, "We ain't got to put people's names all in our videos, blah blah blah." And then you fucking
they had you tagged. I was in that live chat while they were saying.
Scroll down and tag. I'm like, come on, your arguments are not principles. There's no possible way that I can respect any of this. Golly, dude, try harder.
Who is this S. Vaughn guy?
I can't. I can't understand.
Who is he? Is he like one of the new guard, the COVID warriors or whatever?
COVID baby, yeah, for sure. He's the smut king now, apparently. The self-professed.
What does he has booby books?
Oh yeah, because he does a lot of adult comic books.
Booby books is his.
I got a couple here. You want?
It's done well for him. His subs have shot up. So I mean,
yeah, but you know why? Because there's a lot of comic book guys who live still in the basement of their parents who like pictures of somebody drew a booby and like, ooh, oh my god, yeah. I got plenty of them. You want me to pull them out? I'll pull them out. I'm not gonna join a fucking club about freaking. You know why? I have a wife upstairs. If I want to go do a real thing, I'm gonna do a real thing. I don't live in my mother's house. But it's just pathetic. This is so pathetic. We're individually, we're all a bunch of guys and gals. I'm not saying who have comic books, who looked for a connection, a community to connect with the friggin' comic books, and now we're fucking going clickety-click. Pretty soon everybody's gonna have leather jackets and have warriors on the back of it or something. I don't know what's going on. And now it's like, okay, now the guy does smut because there's a bunch of people who still live in their basement who gets off on somebody drawing a tit. I'm sorry. This is pathetic. Honestly,
guys,
I'm sorry. This is pathetic.
Can we talk about Perry being a pussy? Did you guys see that?
Yeah,
Commander Pussy. He's your
everybody
bitch.
knows it.
He's your
Who's Perry?
That's the thing that I loved about it was everybody knows it. Everybody knows he's a pussy.
Dude, they have no idea how thankful I was.
The ability for them to just
dude.
assume it, to just assume that he's a pussy, and just like he's like, you know,
everybody knows,
everybody
dude.
knows
I'm like,
it.
what do you fucking mean, dude? Everybody knows.
I'm gonna be honest. I was kind of impressed by that. It was kind of like peak Trumpism, where it's just like, I'm just gonna say this thing, double down on it, confirm it myself 3 fucking times in a row, and then everybody will just be like, yeah, no, that must be true. It's like, Perry's a pussy. Everybody knows it. Everybody's seen it.
I've met Perry. He doesn't look like a pussy. Pussy has like Dennis, and you thing in there, and they got a little doohickey, and he didn't look like that.
Here's how I know Perry's not a pussy. Everybody likes pussy.
There you go.
But let me just say, they have no idea, because listen, we're in Discord and we hang out, and Perry has a plethora of Razer soundboards. Like his favorite one is "fuck Brian LCS" and "fuck circumcision 2." He'll fucking spam that one in the Discord. I'm like, motherfucker. So finally, I got some Razer shit where he says, "Who's fucking Perry?" and he calls him a pussy, and it's fucking perfect. I've been pounding that shit on the soundboard in Discord.
Hey, all you
anytime
know is
you guys want to hear it, I'm ready.
I'm an old man here. And there was an old saying: "You are what you like." So if you call me a pussy, you are.
I'm glue. I'm rubber. You're glue.
But hey,
everything you say
that's what we did in the old days. So we would say, "Yeah, I'm a pussy because you are what you like. You're a dick." There you go. So there you go. You pushed off.
There's
the
nothing
guy,
wrong
and
with
the guy would go. "Whoa."
There's nothing wrong with love and dick, though. You know, we don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, that's what you're into.
My great friend, the great legend, once said, "Take some balls to love some balls." That's a courageous thing to do.
Drew, I
What
want to
did I
talk
do
to
now?
you. I want to
Wait. What did I do now?
Oh yeah.
What did I do now?
You are my Comic Core connection.
What did I do now?
And I want to get your fucking thoughts on the fucking train wreck that was Darth Lopez's show last night. We had Chad from Comic Core, who I've never seen before.
Let me tell you. I got home. I sat down at my computer. I turned on the YouTube and I said, I wonder if anybody's live. And I look, Darth Lopez is live. So I'm like, I'll check this out. TM's on there. I know that they're going to be talking some shit about something. It's going to be worth watching. And I click on that motherfucker. And who do I see? My buddy Chad on a live stream with Darth Lopez talking fucking old school drama with Biggie Shaq. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? It's 2025. I feel like I stepped into a time.
We warped, right? About 2017, 2018.
Then I look down and there's like 58 people watching the motherfucker. I'm like, what the hell?
60 plus at one point.
What the what was going on? What kind of promotion machine is behind the scenes in the Whisper Cell for this man Darth Lopez? That's what I want to know. And all of that energy, I swear, carried over to tonight. And we just had a grand old time in that live chat. You saw it exploding while there were over 50 people watching this stream. So the community is alive with drama, much like the hills are alive with the sound of music.
There's drama in all things, you know.
That's not true.
There is. What is there not? When you have groups of people, I should say.
I guess.
Yeah. There's always gonna be drama, and I'm fine with it.
Yeah, but we didn't hear this drama. Buell, how you doing? We didn't hear this drama like last year or whatever.
No, that's not true. Last year was a Sticky Goose video. What do you mean?
All right,
that's true.
All right, before
and the year before that was Decor.
You know what the difference is? This is the real difference. Is the drama used to be about some dude scamming or acetate gate or everybody mad at Marvel or something, you know, everybody mad at a seller. But now, like, we have kind of, and people have rejected this outright, and I respect it, but now we've kind of morphed into this, you know, this age where these silly little YouTubers are little mini who gives a fuck celebrities. Right?
My wife was here at the beginning of yesterday, and she was like, "This is like fucking high school."
Yes, absolutely.
You know, this is
Very
fucking
much
high
so.
school.
Yeah.
We're adults here, but this is fucking high school. And
Right,
that little round little guy, fucking who can't grow a beard. That's what.
We don't have to see it.
I'm not naming names. I'm not naming names.
We can do better than ad.
I
hominem,
personally
can't we?
don't have anything against Razor. I find his content to be endearing. I love when he says something that's not funny and then
What I
laughs
hate
at it
what I hate about
hysterically.
Razor. What I
That
hate
makes
about-
me
you know,
laugh.
what I hate
I
about
very much
Razor-
enjoy that.
What I
Not-
hate about
not
Razor,
lying.
he'll
get a
shit
lot
on
of
you.
that.
But he'll shit on you. But if you retaliate, he gets all offended that you retaliate. That he can't take it. He can give it, but he can't take it.
No, you don't even have to. You don't even have to retaliate. You can just state facts to him, and he gets mad.
Or you can be tangential to somebody who he's got beef with, which is why I'm a little concerned why he hasn't come for me yet.
Right.
Because I've been on this show more than once, and I know
That's
how
my
much
problem.
he hates fucking circumcision.
That's my problem. He can't, one way or another, can't take it. And when if he hits that, he doesn't know what to do with it, and he goes left field. That's why I don't like about it. You want to give it, fine, give it. But you're gonna expect it to get it back, and he can't do that. That's what bothers me the most.
I don't know why anybody
Well,
lets it bother them.
I gotta say thank
think
you for the
hilarious.
whole Perry is a pussy thing. It made my fucking day.
Oh, I've known pussy.
So excited about it.
I've known Perry. I've always thought he was a pussy. I really do. But he was my
Yeah, everybody knows it.
And he's like, oh, whole hashtag cancel Perry, whatever that means. It's like, this dude is a clueless reporter. He has no fucking idea what he's talking about. And I guess I see how you could love that, Drew. That does make sense.
I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I think it's endlessly endearing. I think that he is a snapshot of America, my friend. And I think that he's to be celebrated. Everybody go drop a super chat on Razor Comics. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, fuck that. Drop it here. Fuck him.
Screw that noise.
Fuck Drew.
Either way, Google's just picking up more and more revenue.
Getting their fucking cut every single time. You know, I don't want to bring that up, actually. Never mind.
Hey, Darth, hop on. Darth's in the chat.
Darth Lopez. Send me the link. I just reposted it. Yeah, I keep forgetting to.
Will you pin it?
Okay, I'm going. Calm down. Lower your voice.
I'm just happy I learned.
Relax.
To pin.
So now that he knows how to do it, he's going to hold you accountable.
That's it.
So do you know?
I didn't pin it.
Well, I forgot. I did want to ask Darth. So let's put you back on the stage here. Do you know anything about this accusation that he made about a Chinese girl? And if it's not true, it's like absolutely absurd that he said it.
Look, Larry had this. All I know about that, I don't know anything about any sort of actual content or contact or age of anybody. I just knew that Larry had this. I don't believe it was a real girl. But there was a fiance that I think was a just like a series of JPEGs in the story. So that Larry had this, mail away girlfriend that was coming to marry him. And she was very young and very attractive and very Asian.
Oh, we got some super chat coming in.
That's all I know. Beyond
Shout
that,
out.
I know nothing.
Shout out to we'll get back to the accusations here, but we got it. Money's coming in here. We got to shout out the people putting in the money.
Yeah, $2.
Thank you so much to Chris for the $2 super chat.
So
hit
we'll
him
work
with this
for you.
one. Hey,
cheap ass.
I can't eat this, but how exciting is it to smell it?
That shit does smell good, don't it? Am I wrong?
Man,
we also got another one from the homie $4.99 from Damien, aka Sleepy Reader 666. Check him out every Sunday for his weekly goat sacrifice. Thank you so much for coming through with that super chat, and we are gonna hit him with this one because I love it.
Yeah, keep it up, assholes. Because guess what? One day I'm gonna get laid by the hottest of age goth chick that's biologically female, and it's going to be consensual, and she'll be alive. And on top of that, y'all going to be jealous as fuck because I ain't going to say shit about it. Because quite frankly, that's none of your business. A gentleman doesn't kiss and tell.
That's awesome. I love that one.
Covered all his bases. You can't say shit. He covered every single possible thing you might have said about that.
She's alive. That's awesome.
We got another super chat, another $2 from the homie Chris. So let's go ahead and hit him with another one. We're gonna go with this.
No way. I'm gonna get you out of here. I promise you, I'm gonna get you out of there. You don't belong in there. I'm gonna get you out. I'm gonna get you out of there. I'm gonna do everything it takes to make sure you get out of there. You don't belong in there.
Come on, you feel that one, right?
It'd be there at all.
It'd be like that. So thank you to Chris for $2 more. I appreciate you. And we got the homie, the new drama king, one might say.
Yeah,
he's Perry's a pussy. You didn't hear that?
Have you ever seen 60 plus people in the
Razor is the friggin' drama court jester. Darth is the king.
The new king has been crowned.
I don't think Darth is the king. I think he's like the Merlin. He's just like sitting off, watching it happen, casting spells.
Yeah.
Well, here we go.
Hot diggity dog. This place is magnificent.
Thank you so much, Darth, for the super chat. I appreciate you. And Chris is prolific tonight with another $2 chat. And he's right, dude. It's been a rough year MMA betting for me. I'm not gonna lie. I did have a big win Saturday night, and it was actually Beckerman who hooked it up. So Beckerman works with a guy, and Beckerman he told Beckerman that the Renner was going to beat Bo Nickel, and nobody gives a fuck, but I'm still going to tell the story. And I heard he told me, and I was like, and I went and looked at their previous fights, and I was like, yeah, I think I like this. So he was a plus 300, and we both made some good money off betting that dog. So overall for the year, I've had a rough year, but that was a nice win this weekend. Thank you again for another $2 super chat, and we're gonna go with me looking like a goofy fucker here.
Will the suspect please take the stand? Mr. Goofy, is it?
Yeah. Dude, you always look at you always look at like.
Oh, come on.
Okay, you look like that with a beard. How about that?
Yeah, 16 is the legal age in a lot of places, unless you're a teacher. Which
that's why I married a Canadian.
Wait. Two things. I just got a text message that says, just tell them I just wanted to incite Larry to fight me. I just want to fight Larry. I want to fight Larry. Quote, I want to fight Larry.
There's better ways, I would say, Chad. But Chad, we love seeing you come out of the woodwork.
Said the shit about Cat, the shit about Biggie, and the bitch that he is. That's what he says. It says it right here in live time. I just want to fight Larry.
Well, we need to.
But let me just say though, if 16 is the age of consent or the legal age to marry in Canada, does that mean that we're supposed to lower our standards to their heathen ways above the?
It's actually the legal age. It's actually the legal age in America too. I know it's the legal age in Kansas. It's not just them, brother. But we did get another super chat from the homie Perry Comics Commander Pussy himself.
Commander Pussy.
Thank you again to Razor for giving me that soundboard bite, because I have been. Everybody knows you're a pussy, Perry.
Everybody knows it. Everybody knows.
So fucking good.
The assumption that it's just common knowledge. Just like,
everybody knows.
Everybody knows it.
Dude, ridiculous. All right, here's another one. Big Bird. Thank you to Perry so much for another $2 super chat. I'm loving it. Thank you for coming through and hooking a brother up. And we got the great legend. Oh, we should talk about that as well. Before we talk about that, though, we got a $9.99 chat. Beware Peter the Roman. Oh, he's spreading the word. The legend don't play about Jesus. So he's out here spreading the word, and I appreciate you, my brother, for the $10 super chat. Let's go ahead and get you here's one of my favorite ones. Let's go with this one.
Oh, what up, guys? Welcome to the Man Cave. You have got to check out this new series from James Tynan IV, Nice House on the Lake. It is so good, guys. Check it out.
Nerd, you're a fucking nerd. You're a fucking nerd. And no one likes you. No one likes you.
Thank you. It really do be like that. I'm like, guys, this book's awesome. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to spread the good gospel. But thank you to the homie, the great legend, not the great, what is it, fairy tale or whatever it was said. Before we get to that, though, we got another super chat from the homie Carlito Classico. And I'm not going to say what I always say because you're giving me money, but you know what I want to say about Iowa football, but I'm not going to say it this time. Shout out to the homie Carlito. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let's go ahead and hit him with another one, an oldie, but actually it's not that old, but I like it.
It's not a good look. Women don't respect it. Kind of makes me look like a bitch. I like it.
That's my favorite one.
I like it. Facts. Hell yeah. Thank you so much, Carlito.
Not my favorite one. He wants to be canceled for some reason. I don't know what his problem is.
Nerd. Chat or the Rude or anybody else, I did get around to pinning the link if anybody else wants to jump on. But I do think we need to say a word for our brother, the great legend, not a fairy tale, one of the forerunners of comic book YouTube, verified first live stream, right? Is my understanding from the great legend. Is that correct, Drew?
Comic book live stream.
So,
back in the Hangout days.
Not the great fairy tale, as it was said by some people who don't know anything about anything they're talking about ever. He's one of the great legends of this game, one of the
number 2 in the
forerunners.
world, Gears of War.
Baller like that, and just an all-around great guy. He will
just recently top 15 in WWE 2K24 worldwide.
And it's my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, Drew, that he's often, you guys spend many a nights where he performs maneuvers on you.
Whether I like it or not. It's
really? Hey, how you doing?
Legend Mania is running wild, if you know what I'm saying.
Shout out to the homie, great legend, not great fairy. Fuck those people.
He's a great man, but if you turn your back on him for one
you don't want to poke that bear.
Knock the shit out of you with a prime bottle.
Again, he'll do maneuvers on you.
That bear.
What a maneuver.
So are we going to talk about yesterday?
What do you want to talk about?
Oh, they're talking about wrestling. Oh my!
That's next, actually. We're going to get to that because the new bagged and unfiltered king, I'd say. I don't know if you're the king yet, but you're certainly going to be the king because I don't know if you know this. I'm sure you do know this. TM, Biggie and I have been running a little competition on who would get the most views. I was episode 1. Biggie was episode 2. We're episode 4 or 5 now. And Biggie quickly crushed my numbers on views because he got the Niobe drama because, there is a Niobe effect. And so he got the Niobe bump. So Biggie pushed back mine. But you got all kinds of bumps on yours, TM, including Comic Core Chad. You had the Niobe bump. You had a number of people. You had a number of fights picking out or breaking out in the chat, on the stream, all over the fucking place, all for a little episode focused on you, TM. Any thoughts on probably the new heavyweight king when it comes to that show?
Oh, I definitely am the heavyweight king. I think I beat out Beyond Wednesdays already.
Yeah.
Here's the thing,
is it already done?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
You did bring
and I just want to state. I just want to state that I was doing just fine before anybody came along. So.
Oh yeah, I believe you, brother. What were you gonna say, Drew?
I was just saying they did tag team it. He got a lot of initial drama himself, but that it was compounded by the amount of
dude. When they open it up, people are like, "Oh, we're fighting. Let's go."
It's like, who are we fighting with? Showing point, and I'll go.
When Darth first came up with that show and wanting to do it, it's like I honestly never dreamed that it would hit like where it hit last night. I was sitting in that chat flabbergasted, and I had to leave because I had to go do JP's Cash or Trash, and I was like, I can't leave. I gotta stay, dude. This shit is crazy. What the fuck is going on?
That was so confusing. I was in the back with Marcus, and Marcus, I hear him talking, and I'm like, yeah, this is great. Marcus is gonna start giving me feedback as to what to do because I have no idea what's going on. This is all way above my head. And he's like, all right, good luck. And then I hear him do an opening cut for JP. And I'm like, fuck, that's right. JP's live right now. And so he's just in my ear doing a JP cut. And I'm just like, then Biggie came along and saved me for a bit. And,
heck yeah, Sleepy Reader's another one of the OGs, and I do believe the CBC Awards are coming up, so I will be voting for the Hall of Fame or whatever it is now. I'll be campaigning for the homie Sleepy Reader once again. I've campaigned every year, but the first year. We're gonna get him that Hall of Fame, dude, where he belongs. And Great Legend needs to be on the stage as well for that. So,
oh yeah,
I know that's coming up. TM, a past winner. Bona fide. Any other thoughts on your episode? Are you worried about any backlash? You did go poke the PCP army, dude. You don't want to fuck with them, dude. I don't.
I don't know why you're scared.
No, but
because I like Robbie. I don't want Robbie
respect him at all.
No, I don't think Robbie has much know about, like, I don't even know if he. I guarantee you, Robbie doesn't even know about Razor. If he did, he'd be like, "Yeah, that guy's full of drama too."
Who knows?
So no, it's not the PCP Army Bad Batch I had an issue with. It's just one individual part of the crew, and then some of them just kind of just fell off with him in that. And the other ones I do like, and like the Backlog Bros. There's people in that like Brother Joe and Bobby
KC,
Delegato.
baby.
Yeah,
KC.
that I do have. Yeah, I do have no issue. I don't have any issue with. So other than that, I'm not too worried about it. I did have somebody come out like after me today, but I cooled that down and we talked and everything's good now. So it was just one person.
Conflict resolution. Very interesting. Very
No,
grown
it's
up.
almost like communication might be key to, I don't know,
Very grown up. That's
quality
very interesting.
relationships
Huh.
with other people. Man,
I'll have to look that up. How does that
Shit's
work
nuts.
exactly? I thought you just went and messaged people and said he's a snake. He's a snake in the grass. I thought that was what you're supposed to do.
Well, sneaky.
Sither. All right. Well,
So
that's
you're slithering.
Can I just say something?
Yeah, of
go for
course,
it.
brother.
Travis, I understand what you're saying, but yesterday it was the bag and whatever. It's a drama thing, and we literally had at least 3 different drama issues going at the same time.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Okay, and what are we doing here, Travis? I love you. I do. Oh yeah, I had this one guy. Yeah, we got it over with. No, I mean, I don't. Personally, I could give a flying fire truck about any of this fucking drama. Flying fire truck about this fucking drama. I was trying to be good. Anyways, but we literally had 3 conversations. We pulled things from the past. Chad, I'm sorry, I haven't seen Chad in friggin' like 2 or 3 years already. And all of a sudden we pull Chad in here, and he's going at it with a South Park little imagery all the time. I don't know. Anyways, I wish he would say, "You killed Kenny." He never says that. But anyways, we literally had that going, and we're all like, "Well, yeah, okay, whatever." Seriously, that was a big ass thing. We had 3 different drama issues going at one time, and nobody has anything to say about it.
It was pretty freaking awesome to know that there was. Yeah, it was pretty awesome, dude. It was. We had like, not only did we have what I was going through, we had some Darth issues, which Darth was taking shots at some people. We had Journey taking shots at people in the chat. We had Chris jump on. We had I said I wouldn't talk about him anymore. We had that one guy that does more for the comic industry than Byers.
Yeah, he does. Let there be light, he said.
Again, I don't give a flying fire truck about the drama. I don't. But we had it happening all at once. We should either positively or negatively, we should comment on that, because
all right, so let's start.
The community.
So
that is the community right now. That is
what's your
drama community?
Comments on that then? What's your
It is. That's I hate the flying fire. Okay, wait a minute. I'm not. I'm not monetized. Are you monetized? I don't give a fuck.
Not for this stream. I've
all this drama. It doesn't. I don't like how certain people are freaking using other people to get subs. I don't care that they're paying for subs. I could care less. I don't like them writing on other people's channels to get noticed. I hate that. I totally hate that.
Oh well, you should let it
go. Now you got Scotty Vaughn giving you shit because you said that he's doing this. I think Scotty Vaughn, never met the guy, but I think he all of a sudden you were supposed to be you went aggressive against it, and he doesn't like it, and then he doesn't understand what you did, and now you're wrong by speaking up. Though if you look at the chat, you were very calm about your side, and his side made no fucking sense. I'm sorry. Okay, so I don't understand that. You got roly poly fucking. What are those things when we were
Come
kids?
on, we can do better.
No.
Animal.
I'm sorry. No, I'm not send names, but he's like the goat. Why he's the goat, I don't understand. Because he sounds like a goat when he laughs. He sounds like a goat. I don't understand why he thinks he's the goat. I don't. It's like he thinks everything started with him, or everything became big because of him. Guess what? Before he came on the scene and bought his way into something, there was people before him doing the same shit. Okay, and then now he's here, and now he's everything, and then he puts it on. He finds certain people who have multiple subs, who have a stake in this community, and then all of a sudden he says something, and then if you say something against him, he gets all gracious, oh God, you can't eat Taco Bell, whatever. Fuck him. So okay, I don't understand that. I don't understand him. That he goes he's a hair across my ass only because I can't understand why he does that.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to understand.
Okay, 2 years. Okay, you're saying this happened a year ago. When I first got into this, I was looking for a community because I have a shitload of comics. Nobody around me did the comics, and I wanted to find people who did comics. Okay, and that's what it was. Everybody shared comics. Everybody did, and then some. So some people did better, and they got monetized, and they got a couple of bucks because of the commercials. And then all of a sudden, if you do this and this and this, you get money, whatever. And so now you get people.
What up, Marcus? Hell yeah, G.
What up, Rude?
People coming in thinking, okay, so I'm going to stomp on all the things before me to make something and make it. I don't understand it. I don't understand it, and it pisses me off that they do it. Okay.
Hey, Tony, have a drink. Have a drink.
He has a drink.
There
What do you think this is?
Take a sip. Take a sip. That's from Carlito himself.
I'm sorry. I just don't understand where the community is going.
It's jealousy, man. Is what it is. It's jealousy, and it's because some people are monetized. People are jealous that they don't have those views and can't make a couple bucks because people have following. People are jealous that they don't have that same following. It's all the haves and the have-nots, and people who want what somebody else has. It's people coveting other people's shit and not being part of a community. When people do that, other people have a natural inclination, if you're a real one, to call that shit out. And that's going to cause drama because somebody who needs to be called out is being called out. That's where that begins and it ends, I think.
I have 600 plus subs. I love that.
Awesome, dude. I was shocked when I hit 100 subs, dude. Yeah. Straight up. And I've been shocked at every single milestone. Like, what is happening, dude?
Well, you heard it on that stream last night when a certain someone apparently he's Joe Hendry. You say his name and he appears. So he who should not be named, apparently, the flapping Canadian head.
How does it go?
I don't know. I'm not scared of Larry, and I'll tell you this much right now: he kept saying that he's not a part of this community. He hates this community.
Who hates this community?
This community sucks. Larry,
Bastard.
and he's not
guy.
a part of this community because he's trying to sell things to us, yet makes the mistake constantly for the last 10 fucking years, which we found by bringing in somebody up from the past and hearing a bunch of people fucking testify to it in the chat last night. Over the course of him being a part of this community that he's just trying to use to sell things to us, has made himself seem like an asshole so much that nobody wants his stupid fucking book. So what is he still doing here? Like, what is that about? How does that make any fucking sense?
That's the craziest, most confusing thing about Niobe is that for
Naomi
someone trying to sell a product in the comic book community, it's crazy how negative he is towards potential customers. You know, he seems to be slamming the door on potential customers all the time.
Yeah,
it seems like a terrible strategy to me.
I just want Naomi to yell out, "They killed Kenny. He never yells that out.
He's not here to please the crowd. He's here to sell you a booby book that nobody wants. It's the first book with titties in it that nobody had any interest in.
No, that's not fair.
So who was
No,
that?
that's not fair.
Scotty Vaughn, because he does a smart. It's the titty books that someone drew a nipple. So maybe he should put Larry on his show.
Trolls in a cave. That's what we'll call it.
Becker, man. Why is anybody trying to sell books to us to begin with?
Right, because they see a captive audience. Because they see a place where people who will actually spend money on comic books.
Yeah, but who's going to the community? I mean, there's a couple of the homies that sometimes do like claim sales.
Right.
But besides them,
no. He's a creator. He wants to sell his book. His book that he wrote. He wants to sell. To
I've never heard of it.
Exactly. He's been writing it for 10 years.
He had multiple successful Kickstarters, and he was published with the Arctic Press.
Sure.
Yeah, it's not.
Look, man. Look, I know that you're the I love indie comics guy, so I don't want to offend your sensibilities when I say this. A lot of shitty books have been put out by Antarctic Press, right? A lot of shitty books.
There's a lot of shitty books being put out by everybody. Am I wrong?
Sure,
for real, especially Marvel.
Does he still live with his mother?
I read a lot of Marvel stuff.
Does he
People
still live
would
with
say
his
that
mother?
Something Is Killing the Children's a shitty book, but I love it.
Does he still live with his mother?
I mean, I don't give a fuck.
I don't think that matters.
Don't they like there's all kind if my mom could live with me, I would love for her to live with me.
Definitely.
Yeah, me too.
It's not about him being anything except for an asshole to other people, right? He comes out and he's like, why are people saying people have said I'm a Nazi, people have said I'm a racist, people have said I'm a pedophile? It's like 10 years of questionable fucking behavior have painted a picture of who you are, dude. You're gonna sit there and say, I've got nothing to hide. Yeah, and what you've put out there is that people think these things about you when they witness you. That's like that. That is what it is. People don't like to fucking hang out with him.
Okay. Can I rephrase my question?
Okay.
Is he actually a 30, 40-year-old man who's sucking?
He's older than
basement.
He's in his 50s.
Who is a Nazi? Who is maybe drives a white van? Who is all these things? Is that what he is? Oh, plus I think he has a martial art. He's a black belt too.
He says he's a black belt to people, and then he denies.
No, because I just heard him say he never said that.
He says he never said it, but also he told Darth that he was a black belt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoever says he's a black belt is not a motherfucker.
I'm not knocking the guy for living in his mother's basement. If he can't afford it, he can't afford it. Times are tough.
In this economy, shit.
Look, I think that the only thing that we can say about him definitively is that he's constantly an asshole to other fucking people, right? He's just constantly an asshole to people. When he called Marcus a monkey on this show,
what?
And then
Marcus is more of an ape. He's not a monkey.
Hey, what the fuck? Hey, yo!
He's got the power of a silverback. He can fight 100 men.
What the fuck?
I'm giving you freaking muscles and shit.
No,
you're like a silverback.
I don't think. Look, when Tony regrettably thinks about his actions later and apologizes, it'll be way different than when Larry did it. Because I can tell you, Marcus, what's the first thing I said when Larry apologized for that? Was, wow, Larry never fucking apologizes.
I respect it. I genuinely respect it.
Whoa, stop right there. I love Marcus. I love him. I even try to get money together when he needed a refrigerator. I freaking love Marcus.
Damn, why are you telling my personal business?
Okay.
Damn.
Bro, dude, I need a couch.
I'm only kidding with you. I'm only kidding with him because he knows I love him. So I'm not apologizing because I'm only giving him shit.
Just saying.
We bought a refrigerator.
We've got a lot of refrigeration needs over here. That's all I'm saying.
Without any donations. So let's make that
if you guys want to give donations, help me get a couch.
Yeah. Well, there you hear, guys. Put the link in the chat. Put your cash up in the chat. We'll see if anybody bites. Naomi gave Chuck Norris a roundhouse and kicked him down. Nobody does that to
what?
Al Gore. Oh, that's an oldie but a goodie, isn't it?
I have a question.
I just think that
all day
this
for
drama
like the past 2 days, I've been hearing about this Niobe guy. Now, I don't know what he did to piss everybody off. I don't even know who the fuck he is. I think I've seen him in a couple arguments, a couple times, but Like he must be special because he's getting all this attention. Like
his longevity in trolling is unprecedented. Like,
what do
he
you say to
does
this, Drew?
He does this in the community literally every couple of years for like the last fucking 10 years. Like, just like goes away for a little bit and then comes right back up, and then like everybody's like, oh, this Niobe guy, he's not too bad.
he seems like he's got some.
He
real
seems like
mental
he's a nice
problems,
guy,
bro.
and then he fucking just starts being an asshole to everybody. And then the second he's got beef with one person and somebody looks at him and tries to say sensibly, hey, calm down, just like there's no reason to be up in arms about it, he fucking doubles down and goes scorched earth on everybody. And it's like it's night and day from like, you'll see him in some chats and like people will just be like chilling and talking to him and he'll be fine, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere somebody's got to set him off with something and it's scorched earth, man. He just can't have friends. He has his inability to just have a temperament that allows him to agree to disagree on something.
Exhausting,
It's just
bro.
Bro, it's nuts.
I'm getting
What's
tired
wrong,
of
dude? For years, the great legend would be like, "Oh, you know, Larry, it'll be okay. Larry will be fine. He'll freak out. I'll calm him down. It'll be fine." For years, and then finally, just hit a nerve with legend, and it was just like, "Nope, I can't put up with this dude anymore." Like it's just this insanity.
So why do we? Is it because we're such a caring community that we still deal with him,
bro? Like so, like
all we got to do is literally stop talking about him.
Hold on.
talking
Before we
to
go
him.
on, I want to make 2 points. Number one, what's wrong with driving a white van, Drew?
I don't think there's anything wrong with driving a white van.
Bueller's asking what's wrong with driving a white van. He says
that's Tony's thing. Tony didn't want people to drive white van.
Okay.
White vans. See, the reason why people abduct people in white vans is because white van is nondescript. Ultimately, if you don't see the license plate, an unmarked white van is just that. It's an unmarked white van. It's one amongst. So that's what's wrong with it.
And the second thing I wanted to say was, what do you think about for an episode of Unbagged and Filtered, we get you and Great Legend and Comic Core Chad and you guys all, and you just talk about the good old days with the Comic Core.
We could do that. I don't have any problem telling stories.
Hell yeah.
I hold no animosity. But the one thing I will say, right, and this came up, is something that Larry said last night on that stream. He's like, I don't delete conversations. I have conversations recorded from 10 years ago. What kind of fucking person does that? What kind of fucking person logs the conversations they have with their friends? What kind of fucking, like, I understand, like, you can pull up a DM that, like, happened a couple months ago and be like, okay, well, this is what really happened. But, like, fucking from 10 years ago, you want to fucking pull up receipt conversations? Like, what? Like, you're talking to people who have fucking lives, man. Like, people have lives.
Well,
I don't understand
answer.
this shit.
There's your answer. He
it's a
obviously
level of
doesn't
fucking
have a life,
insanity,
bro.
dude.
If you're able to put that much interest into something that's virtual. Yes,
You know what I love?
Feel bad
You know
for
what
him,
I really love about last night and Comic Core Chad showing up is like the idea of bringing back some of the folks that we lost, like getting 90 miles from comics to come back and do some shit. Maybe
Chad will never come back.
Get him to go on the hunt or something. Get him to make a fucking first appearance here finally, you know, or just bring him back to folks that used to. Because I hear you guys talk about it in the Discord. So many of you have been around so much longer than I have, and it's always crazy. Like if Perry shows an old stream from 7 years ago, and it's crazy seeing Biggie in the chat. All these people that I know now, they're, Ben Compton's in the chat. All these people that I know now were in the chat all those years ago. That's really interesting to me. So going back to that and hearing you guys talk about that would be fun.
Look, as long as I don't have to talk about Heroes in Crisis, we'll be okay.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is, but we definitely have to make.
You've never read Heroes in Crisis?
Oh, I thought that was some drama thing that you guys did. You mean actual?
It was. We went to court.
Okay.
You went to what?
We went to court.
Oh my
See,
God.
save it for the show, bro. Save it for
Why'd
the
you
show.
go to court?
I think it'd be interesting to see that old stuff.
JV was the judge from Discovery Bay, and I went to court against John, and John won because he's more popular than I am, not because he made a more logical argument.
John,
people like him.
John,
It's really weird. He's such an undercover
politics to
scumbag,
me.
but people love that.
John AF, baby. John, you want to defend yourself from these
John, you
accusations?
better get on here,
It's not an
man.
accusation, it's a statement of fact.
John, you better get on
Biggie,
here.
my brother, man. It's been so cool having you and TM hanging out in the Discord with us. We're always, it's not a whisper cell. I'm happy to send you the link. You're more than welcome to come hang out. But Biggie, any thoughts from you? I know you had a great 2 to 4 today. But did you have anything for the FOC and chill people regarding anything at all, whatever you want to talk about?
I'm just here to say that I would like to dispel the rumors of anything that Neri Leobi has done wrong. I think he has done a lot for the comic book community. You know, he has created a comic book, and he is a creator, so we should praise him. Thank you, Neri Leobi. That's my comment.
Shout out to the homie for all you've done for the comic book people.
Thank you.
And John says, I let my landmark victory stand for itself. Wow.
That squirrely little judge from Discovery Bay, California, to accuse
Somebody link this video in the chat for the people that might want to go check that out.
Is it still in the chat? Chad, is it still in the channel? Jesus, I don't know. That channel's so dead.
Somebody link this trial. I'll go back. We'll see what kind of Mickey Mouse operation these guys.
I mean, it was a kangaroo court to be said. I mean, I don't know if it was a kangaroo court, but I sure was hopping mad. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, well, I love you when you're mad. That's fun. So I need to go watch this.
There's a lot, you know what? We made a lot of really good, fun content on that channel back in the day, and that was a really great time in this community where like we did. It wasn't anything new, but like Biggie Shaq's got a whole network of things going on now, right? But like that's what we were doing. It was just everybody had their own channels, but we came together to make content for that channel, and we went live 5 nights a week. Sometimes 7 nights a week, with just different crews of people supporting the idea of a community channel where we all came together to do something different. And like John's Comics with Kids had a show that he was doing with Comics Misexplained and Alec White Whale and Bear Island Comics, where they would just make memes about stupid inside jokes that if you weren't there for the first episode, you never got any of it. And they just fucking got together to have a good time every Wednesday. And they did Golden Guys with JD Comics and a lot of other people from the community that were Golden Age collectors, where they just did a show that was a stream talking about Golden Age books. So there was always something on for somebody out there. And then we would just try to do things all the time that brought people together and were, you know, crossover ideas. And it eventually people have their own things in their lives pulling them in different directions, and it just get really hard to schedule all those things. But that was the goal of it, was like anybody who wanted to be a part was a part of it. Like it's like people would be like, how do I get a show? It's like, start making a show, we'll put it on.
It's funny, if you don't mind me interrupting, it's funny you say that.
I'm done, go for it.
You know, so me and Marcus, you know, we came in to the new community, and it seems like the new community had the same story, right? There was channels popping up. There was a good like community between everybody. Everybody was sharing. Everybody was respecting, and all of a sudden, something happened and it started breaking apart again. And by breaking apart, I mean certain people are like, you know what, I've had it with this shit, and they just, you know, clock out or whatever. I mean, first of all, comics to me is like it's comedy. It's funny. It's a joke. It's sarcastic. Even the old comics, they're always looking at the way that the world is at the time of the comic that's being written, like in the 90s, in the 60s, the 70s. And they're just writing a perspective of what's happening at that time in their own writings. And I just think maybe some people need to first stop taking yourself too goddamn serious. And second of all, you gotta have some thick motherfucking skin to be out here showing your face. Because you're out here showing your eyes, you're showing your fucking soul, you're showing your insides. You might not notice, but you're literally putting yourself out there, all your weaknesses, all your desires. And it seems like it's causing a lot of fucking problem. When you tell me back in those days, I met a couple of guys that were back in those days, maybe in different communities, but the same fucking core. And it was a beautiful thing. We love this shit. But some people take it too hard, bro. I mean, some people joke when they talk shit to each other, and that's the best thing, right? You talk shit to a brother, like, what better thing can you possibly ask from the world? Somebody that loves you, that's going to tell you, hey, motherfucker, you got to stand in your cheek, clean that off. You know, but if you're the guy that's like, oh, you said I had a stain in my cheek. Oh, my God. You know, you're some fucking tough skin, guys. Like, I don't know, man. It sucks because I love you guys. I learn from you guys. I learned so much from you motherfuckers, bro. Man.
Yeah, man.
When I hear all these people that are like being brought up, I don't even want to say their names. So like, who the fuck are these people, bro?
Look, man, I will say, hey, Travis, what's going on, man? I would say that out of through all the years, all the drama that has happened within this community and the people that like I personally just don't fuck with, they're like I don't interact with them, you know, but they're gonna come on a stream and call out people's names. I'll say something. I ain't afraid. But like all that bullshit, there's been way more good that has entered my life through being a part of this community than negative, like by far.
For sure. Absolutely.
You know, I've got friends that I interact with on a daily basis all across this world, from fucking around talking about funny books on the internet. And if a couple people want to turn that into, you know, some middle school girl drama, then that's fine. I have no problem, you know, as people say, speaking my truth to power, you know.
See, like a while back, I got into a feud with a person over somebody else, and you know, I like you say, you know, if you're on the streets, you back up your homie, and I went and like mad shit on this person over somebody else, and I thought to myself, you know, if I see this guy in real life, like we're gonna fight, right? That's the way I think. That's the way I process shit. You know, I don't. I don't feel like because we were on behind the screen, it's like I get to say whatever I want. I get to say like I feel like I'm going to see you in person, and you might want to slap me because it was something I said to you. Over here, right? So
we got comics with Bueller.
By the way, yes,
hi Bueller.
How white is that van?
I saw you in the chat last night for the madness that was Bagged and Unfiltered. A lot of your guys, the Comic Core guys, coming out of the woodwork. What were your thoughts on that madness?
Well, I don't think I've seen Chad for a very long time on a live stream. And like I caught it earlier, and then because Monday Night Raw was on last night, and I like wrestling, so I watched it for about 2 minutes. I went and watched, and then a women's match came on. And I don't watch the women's matches too much, so I went back.
And then, breaking news.
Yeah,
breaking news.
And Chad was on there, so that was interesting to see.
Wasn't that crazy?
Yeah. So
out of nowhere.
Yeah, so that was kind of fun to see and stuff, you know, and I didn't stick around too much, so I don't really know. It was
you were switching between pro wrestling and pro wrestling, basically. That's what you were doing.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to disrespect any of the guys that were on the panel yesterday, but the wrestling was a little bit better than what was going on.
Can I tell you something, bro?
Hey, to each their own, brother.
Can I tell you something, bro? Okay, so when I started, you know, being attracted to comics, you know, and I went on YouTube, I remember when you used to show your comic books coming up.
Yeah,
you used to go through your list.
You still do that, don't you? No.
And let me tell you about the nostalgia that hits me. Now, it wasn't too long ago, but just listen, because that moment, right? Because this was my beginning of comics, not even knowing about pullets, not knowing about shit, and going to the comic shop and trying to look for those comics, and like it blows my mind, you know. Like I know we're not the biggest community, we're not famous or anything, but to me, you know, you were one of the guys that I always looked at when I was trying to get some information about the things that I love. You know,
providing value to the community.
Isn't it a trip, Rude?
It's a big
just what coming up as a COVID baby, watching Bueller
Definitely.
on fucking coffee in the morning show, and now we're just hanging out with them.
Yeah, I want to say I thank you. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you taking your time to watch the stuff I was putting out there. So that means a lot.
I watched it every day, bro. You know, it's because I was like, I'm not missing the FOMO. I'm going to find out what comics are coming out every fucking Wednesday, bro. I was doing my research, bro, and you helped a lot of that research. You know, I was in love with comics. I still am. You know, I felt like the community has driven a little bit away from that beauty. Again, you could also blame some of the writing and but still, there's still like a gold beautifulness to collecting comic books. And you know, I mean,
Well,
I
I'm
missed it, bro.
happy in a small way I could help you out and help you like refine or kind of kindle the love of comics. I mean, that's kind of what it was all about, you know, making those videos. Actually, all the videos I made it was all about just bringing people back into comics, or you know, stoking the fire for their joy and love of comic books. And that was the main focus. That was all the things that when me and Bob did the coffee and comics videos, that was the focus on how much we enjoy this hobby, and all the other noise that I'll be honest, kind of what you guys are talking about right here is just noise. You know, it's just noise that you don't need to listen to.
Then again, you got to understand something that I've learned about, you know, us nerds, bro. Get into an argument with one of us is like never ending, bro. And I think that's the problem here. You know, we all think we're right. You know?
Well, the only
a
one
lot
who's
of us
right
have
is
issues with social development as well. When you start to have these adult friendships, when it's uncharted territory for a lot of people.
we do got the comic court link, guys. When Drew got bamboozled apparently by Discovery.
It wasn't
Bay.
bamboozled. It was just a kangaroo court.
Okay. All right.
It was like vote in the chat, and it was like, oh, vote for Drew or John. And it's like John had like 1,000 subscribers at that point in time, and was a smiley, happy guy with his kids on camera, and I was the fucking dude who spouted shit constantly
Marcus,
and didn't care what anybody had to say.
Can we watch it, Marcus? Can we watch it?
How long is it? I mean, how long?
It's like an hour at least. You don't want to see.
We're not fucking
You
spending
can
an
fast
hour.
forward to
You
a
don't wanna
bunch
see
of
that
crap. And you can go to the point where he gets.
You guys can go watch that independently when you get a chance, or we can watch it in Discord. Maybe.
Can we make Biggie Shaq big? I want to watch him brush his teeth.
That's the joy and love of the Biggie Shaq channel.
Biggie Shaq dental care. Come on, Disney
A
Floss.
day in the life.
Floss. Can we find out?
We're getting some love for the homie Sam in the chat. People saying they love Bueller and Sam together. Sam the GOAT.
Yeah,
the architect.
Sam is and always will be a saint. Bars for sure. Definitely.
Ah, man, that puts a tear in my eye, bro. And I only know the guy from you guys' duo.
Yeah, I think I agree 100% with what Bueller said. Is that this is all noise.
It is noise.
And if you take it seriously like that, then you should definitely steer clear of it. But there was a lot of people in that chat last night. There was a lot of people in my chat last night. So however you feel about it,
I can't understand.
if you're in the chat at the start of it and you're still in the chat an hour later, then maybe you like it more than you say.
I can't understand all this drama. I really can't.
You need to start some shit, Tony. You'll get some views.
I don't care about the view. I care about Drew. If you sub to me, I care about that.
I sub to you.
Exactly. Thank you.
But if you start some shit with somebody, I'm creating 8 burner accounts and subbing to you with every single one of them.
I don't need your burner accounts. I don't want your
I'd like to kind of go into what Marcus was talking about is I think participating in it and knowing what other people want doesn't mean it's entirely what I want. It's clearly what other people want. And there's a confusing line because at one point I went on and I actually tried to defend Marcus against all this like shenanigans with the calling, the mansplaining and all that. I didn't do a very good job. And then Marcus took it as I was holding him accountable, which I've always known Marcus to be on the drama side of things.
Who's
So
Marcus?
I'm
Who is that guy?
Who is that guy? Circumstance.
Scrotum stance.
Oh, yeah.
Scrotum stance.
When the first episode of Bagged and Unfiltered, Mighty said something very interesting. Is there's like a psychology to it. Is regardless if you like it or not, it's there. It exists. People participate in it. People hate watch it. People enjoy it. People, it is this whole thing, and I kind of relate it to a car crash. You're not hoping people are, but you want to know what's going on. You see those cherries down the road. You're like, is it a drunk driver? Is it a ticket? Did something terrible happen? You want to know. Your interest is piqued, and people got to put these shows on for you guys because you clearly enjoy it. And there's this whole, are you a part of it? Are you contributing to it? What are the effects of it? And it's just been a really interesting kind of like psychological experiment. But I'd like to say, in my experiences just with Darth, he gave a person like me who, most people would kind of judge, assess, and kind of toss aside at cover value and say, that it's a flawed person. I wish you the best, but there's nothing I can do for you. Darth was like, oh, sure, man. And he let me go ham, and all he has to do is go live. And but my God, yes, we had like 60 people in the chat, and I gotta say, as someone who's not drama oriented, who's still, I'm still doing the show with Darth, regardless of what goes on the show, what happens. I'm along for the ride. I bought the ticket, take the ride.
Sicko, don't stop. Don't stop.
I am.
You do a great job, Sicko. You're learning every week.
There's a fatigue to it,
Oh, there is.
And I'm not trying to make any kind of statements. There's no me standing on my hill and this is my claim. This is just me speaking from experience. This is what I've experienced. There's no positive or negative. There's no take to be had. That's just, there you go. That's
Hey, Sicko.
That's
Hey,
what's up,
Sicko.
brother.
I hear TM. Oh, there he is.
TM, where did you come from, bro?
I've been here the whole time. Sicko,
Yeah.
you're looking good today, man. You're looking good.
Yeah. Well, what's the matter? Are you in the toilet or something? You can't show where you are or anything like that? What the hell?
Yeah, I have massive diarrhea, so I'm on the
all right.
toilet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you preparing for
I'm
tomorrow's
sorry.
holiday?
Are you having a legend bathroom break?
You guys
Yeah,
know what tomorrow's
I watched
holiday is?
Fan Four Stick and I couldn't hold it in.
Do you
Dude,
guys
I've
know what
watched Fan
tomorrow's
4 so many
holiday
times.
is?
But I have a duty as a husband to go spend some time with my wife, so I bid you adieu.
Sicko, before you go,
Sicko.
anything you want to promote? Are you going to be selling any drugs on Twitch anytime soon?
You got the good
Link
ones?
is in the chat.
Let's sell some drugs.
Let's sell some drugs.
No pressure. Might be going live tonight. I'll be
Oh,
playing
shit.
Dead Space. If I don't, I got scared and chickened out. But that's the plan. I'm trying to go live. It's a tough beast going live by yourself. Easier when you're here amongst people like
No.
well, it's not as easy when Bueller's. Yeah, I look at them like, yeah, these are just some regular folks,
Yeah.
and Bueller's sitting amongst them, and So
just
but, order
all you have to
47
do-
Discord.
Travis,
all you have to do
is that weird?
Sicko, all you have to do is talk into the camera.
We'll
That's it.
give me a second. We'll get
All
to
you have to
Travis
do.
on that question.
camera.
But check out the homie Sicko. He is on Twitch and he's having a great time. I'm looking forward to you playing the selling drugs game again. But
Yeah, we'll do
plug
that when
in.
the dawn breaks. All the morning people come. We do stereo video rental, which is just whatever the chat picks, which is scary for me because I have no idea. You guys throw me curveballs left, right, and center. I never know what's going to happen on that segment.
We'll definitely plug into the homie on Twitch. Thank you so much for jumping on and say hello to the missus for me, brother. Thanks for coming through.
Bye.
All right, Comics with Bueller, aka Travis. Link for Bueller is in the chat. Although I think you are transitioning, right? What's going on with you, my man?
I'm still a male.
I was about to ask.
For now.
I guess in 2025, I got to be more careful with my language. I apologize for that.
I still have a penis.
Travis, I love you.
I meant transitioning to the bus channel, or you tell me. I don't know.
I don't know. To be honest, I really don't know. It's I'm just kind of doing what I'm doing, and I'll keep doing it if I keep doing it. If I don't want to do it, I won't. So it's not really much more than that. So
follow your passion, man. That's all you can do in life.
You better keep doing what you're doing because I'll be disappointed if you don't.
And you don't want that. That would be terrible.
Yeah, no.
Thank you so much for jumping on, Travis. I'm sure everybody knows who you are and is already subbed up, but link is in the chat. Get plugged in, guys. Tony, aka Old Wolf. I know you got the train wreck coming up on Thursday night. What's going on with you, my man?
Okay. First, I want to say, again, all this drama, I don't understand it. I don't. It pisses me off. Don't get me wrong, but I still understand it.
It's okay, John.
I'm talking now.
We don't expect you to understand much. So don't worry about it.
Travis, I love you, but shut up. It's mine. Okay.
Oh, it's the new drama.
Tune in next Monday.
No,
on Thursday on the train wreck, he's going to shoot on Bueller.
Shut that fuck up. I'm talking here. Okay, so when I found YouTube and the channel and everything is because no one around me understood my hobby, right? And I had these things. And now I keep doing this, not because of that, is because of the people I found. All you guys, I keep doing this every week. The train wreck on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And everything else I do, the reading, the short stories, whatever, I do that because of you. Because you guys are my family. You guys are my YouTube family. You are. I started this because I was looking for people who understood what I was doing, and I do this now for you. That's all I wanted to say. Okay.
For the people.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, I do this. I feel bad when I don't do my Thursday night because I'm not showing you guys, my YouTube family, what I picked up. So I'm doing it, and that bothers me. And I'm already a bottle of wine and whiskey in. But anyway, I just want to say that. So I want to be honest with you, which I always am. You can never say I bullshit anybody. So yeah, I got Thursday night, 7 o'clock. I do the train wreck. I've been doing some short stories. If you missed them, go back and friggin' watch them. I've been doing some short story shorts. Get it? Short story shorts. And I'm on Sunday. I'm doing the D&D with White Whale. I'm doing those things. But I go back to all the whole fucking thing that happened yesterday and today. I don't understand the fucking drama. I don't. This is just a bunch of people. Okay.
This is the fucking hurry it up music.
All right, I'm gonna hurry up, motherfucker. Screw you, motherfucker. I love you, but yeah, Thursday, 7:00. Are you there? Next.
Shout out to the homie Old Wolf for jumping on. I appreciate you as always, my man. Thank you for coming through. Biggie Shack, the immortal one. Anything you want to promote, link is in the chat.
I'm gonna say this, brother. So I may not have been a part of the Comic Corps or friends with people in high-ranking places, dude, but I'm just as Hall of Fame as any of them fucking sleepy readers and meta-rogs in my book, dude. So I'm coming for any title I can, and it's a little pompous whenever you kind of like, oh, I'm not into the drama, I'm not into the shit like that. Like, that's judgy too. Let's keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think anybody is free and clear of not expressing their emotions, first of all. So I'm into it. My boy Darth Lopez is the shit. Love that guy, and do whatever content you want to do, dude. That's what it's all about.
Hell yeah.
Immortality out.
Link is in the chat for the Biggie Shack. Stay plugged in if you ain't plugged in. Oh, hold on. We're sneaking out of here before we get out of here.
That beautiful
We have
Christina.
a first appearance from one of the best mods in the business, arguably the best mod in the business, Christina Payne. Always dropping the links,
she is.
making sure everybody feels welcome, making sure that she is spreading the love. The floor is yours, Christina. What do you want to say? Yeah. Yes.
I just want to say I was hearing what I was coming on, but then I was listening to what Biggie was saying that I am not into the drama.
No.
I'm hearing an
Can't
echo
confirm.
from somewhere. I don't know where I'm hearing the echo from.
You're good on our end.
Good to us, yeah.
Trying to get that off. Okay. But I'm tired of the drama. It makes me sad. It makes me sick at night. It really does. Sometimes I can't tell if stuff is a skit that's going on.
Yeah, me
Stuff
too.
that's being produced.
You and me
So when I
both.
go in stuff and I'm modding and I'm saying spread the love to people, I don't know if I'm helping something or I'm not helping something. I don't know. But then when I talk to people and they're telling me their feelings are hurt, then I'm hearing from people, oh, it's just a skit people are putting on back and forth. I don't know, but I don't like when stuff is going, on, especially with suicide awareness that was just done, because you guys don't know what people are going through, and I personally am dealing with suicide stuff that has been going on personally in situations on right now in my life, and suicide stuff that had gone on in my life, and different things where there's been drama and bullying and different stuff going on. So this crap affects me personally. So I just want to say I love you all. I want to say spread the love. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. And when I see this pettiness, and really needs to stop. We're adults here. We're here for community. We're here for love. We're here just to have a great time. And there's some people, this is the only family that they have, and they come here to enjoy themselves. And when you do pettiness and you're trying to hurt people and do that, it's why? Why? Use that energy for something good, for something positive, make a change, make a difference. That's what you need to do. And I can't tell you what to do, but just imagine a better world, better place for generations and things that would be if you did. So I just want to say I love you all. And from the bottom of my heart, please try to do what you can and stop it. All right. Love you.
Thank you, Christina, for jumping on. I really appreciate you coming on and saying that. I want all viewpoints to be expressed, and yours was a very important viewpoint, and I really appreciate you doing that. Link for DJ Ristina is in the chat. If you guys want to plug in on Instagram, I highly recommend you do that. Bye, Christina. Thank you so much for coming through and saying that. It's much appreciated. appreciated, I should say. All right, so next up, getting out of here. Oh, she broke it, but she left here. We'll get TM Nerdy up. TM, you have been hot in these comic book streets these days. You've got the new biggest episode of Unbagged and Unfiltered.
That
Anything
is
you
a
want to
nice
promote?
bookcase. Can we just say how neat that bookcase is?
Bring it.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's the best bookcase I've ever seen. Holy Christ. Tony, you're right on the money with how great that bookcase is, man.
That is. That bookcase is thick. It's thin but long.
Forrest, you're a genius.
It doesn't have width, but it has girth. It does not have girth, but it has length.
Hey,
Yeah, it's girthy. It's girthy.
Travis,
That's all that matters, right?
Travis, can you send a picture of that to Tony so you can have something to look at tonight?
Something tonight.
Yeah, I will definitely do that.
Anything you want to promote,
yeah.
TM? Anything going on with you?
I'm doing a lot. Like tonight, I just recorded an episode with Comic Collector Geek, Alan. He did an interview with me, and that should be up not this Saturday, but next Saturday. I'm over on Biggie Shack's channel all the time. Biggie didn't mention that tomorrow night over on his channel with Comic Collector Geek, D-Runk Comics, Matt Likes Comics, and myself will be reviewing Deadpool 20. That's the S-word issue. I don't want to say the word, but it is that awareness month. So it's a good issue to talk about, and actually just read it. It's really good issue. So tune into Biggie Shack's channel tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern to hear all of our thoughts on that. And then 2 to 4 every day over at Biggie Shack's channel. I will be over on Sector 2815's channel for Guess That Key Night as well, and Collector Club over on Biggie's channel. I hang out with Biggie a lot. It's like we're friends.
Yeah,
you're
making
not really
friends on the internet. That's crazy.
Okay. So are you not friends, or you just like friends?
TM, can we get a close up of those cards? Bobby would like to get that shot. What cards are between those trophies?
Okay, so this one was. So this is sent to me by JD Raging Cajun Comics. If you know, Kevin Smith has a YouTube channel and sometimes goes live at the Scum and Villainy Cantina, and JD was there that night. I seen him in the audience. He waved, and me and Evil Comics were like backstage, just hanging out, talking, and watching it together. And he'd be like, message us, and he'd be like, "Hey, it's me. Check me out." And I'd be like, "Yeah, dude." He got this signed, so I got to see it like kind of live signed by JD, and he sent it to me, so it's signed by Kevin Smith.
Oh, dope! I know how much you love Kevin.
This is just a and then there's just a Animal Man card because I like Animal Man.
Yep,
and that's signed
by who?
Animal Man.
Forget the artist's name, to be honest, because I think it's Travel Foreman, but I could be. This was actually sent to me by Callie, good old Callie.
The homie Callie.
And this is just a card that I got from Capcan Comics. It's a wizard card of Shadowhawk.
Yeah, Shadowhawk. Classic. There you go, Bobito. That's what's up. Plug into the homie. You can definitely find him on the Biggie Shack channel oftentimes, but he does have his own channel, TM Nerdy, so get plugged in for that. I appreciate you coming through so much, TM, and great show last night, man. That was fun. Drew, anything going on with you want to promote? What's going on?
I released a short last week, one short every 3 weeks. I think that's the release schedule over here at my channel, so that's the level of commitment I have to putting out content. I would also like to take a note to kind of like just give my wrapping thoughts. Since Tony went on for 48 minutes, I'll give you guys a nice, quick, succinct wrap.
And you are welcome. You are welcome.
Situation. Hey, I feel like we're all better for having sat through that. But I've also watched Fan 4 Stick 4 times in the last month. So do with that information what you will. I think Christina's got a really good point about making sure that we're having a positive community and that we're taking other people's feelings into consideration. I think that is important. I think that I found this community a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, but I found it when I was personally in a place of need, where I had some personal relationships that were really going to shit, and I fell hard into my hobbies, which were comics and toys and collecting my nostalgia things. And I found the community of people who could celebrate that with me here on YouTube. And a lot of those people have become lifelong friends, people who I speak to on a daily basis on phone calls, through DMs, through sharing memes on Instagram. You know, you don't know what life is until you're awoken first thing in the morning by a text razzing you about how you got your ass kicked in WWE last night from the great legend show himself. It's not living until you've reached that point. I think that kind of camaraderie does breed a sense of resentment to people who threaten that camaraderie, whether it be through, you know, sometimes you have groups of friends who don't get along with each other, man, and put you in a position where people are feuding over dumb things. But if somebody attacks these people that are your people, the response should be emotional. The response should be leverage. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have, if somebody's giving it to you, you got to give it back. And I think that I've been guilty in my own time of lashing out at people in an angry fashion from a point of defense. And I think that I'm also somebody who I would say doesn't really give a shit about the drama. But then the drama happens, and I feel like I've got to comment on it, because it's like, you got to stay real. You got to have a reaction. It doesn't exist in a vacuum. It exists with, the reason it's drama is because it draws attention from everybody else, right? So that's kind of the meaning of the whole thing. Let's just don't get wrapped up in it. Don't let these people affect your everyday life. And yeah, I'm telling you, I've been around a long time. You know, I'm not the top dog channel by any means. You know, I'm not the, you know, one that people go to as an influencer, but you know, I've seen the good and I've seen the bad. And I think in this community, the good multiply outweighs the bad time and time again. I've seen this community come together for really great things, for charity, for celebrating people's lives who have touched us, through just sharing and being friends in a way that is really surprising to me, that I found in adulthood on the internet with you bunch of fucking weirdos.
Well said, brother. Christina said, brother.
Well said.
I agree. The only thing I would add to that is that, you know, the comic book community, no one person could ever be all one thing. They make fun of me all the time in the Discord for saying that, but it's true. No one person could ever be all one thing. And therefore, no group of people could ever be all one thing either. So those things, it's going to be the camaraderie that we've all found, the meeting up at cons, the making of longtime friends, the playing of games. It's all of those things, but it's also the conflict resolution, the riffs, the pettiness, the drama. It's all of those things too. And I think you can build a world on YouTube if you want, where only the flowers exists. But I'm going to acknowledge the full spectrum, and that's how I plan to do it going forward, continuing to do it going forward. But this was a great show. I really appreciate you guys coming through, letting me rant, getting it off my chest. I will not be going on and on and on about it. As I've said to people, it's like, you know, once I get it off my chest, it's over. You know, Razor talks about me every week. I said what I wanted to say. I don't feel like there's more to say. We can move on from it. I finally got that burning thing off my chest with Scotty Vaughn. I don't want anybody to not like Scotty Vaughn. I don't want any stupid riffs. None of my friends should go bother him or anything, or you can be cool with him. Nobody has to choose sides or anything like that, because I'm not trying to create any silly, stupid riffs in this community. But I did have that burning in my heart. Wanted to get it off my chest. Wanted to defend myself because I was not an asshole. I maintain that. God damn it, Tony. What?
Can we do some FOC?
Shut the fuck up. That's all I got
2 hours
this week,
in.
guys.
Thank you, FOC.
Until next week, I appreciate everybody in the chat that came through. We had a lit one, of course, we always do when there's drama involved. But I appreciate you all the same, whether we have drama or not. I always have a good time, and I love this show. And this show's nothing without all of you that come through for it. So that's all I got this week. Until next week, peace.